Beruchim habayim. Shalom Aleichem. Moshe Langado here, speaking under the auspices of Kollel, Baruch Ahavat Yisrael in San Diego, California, and Sha'rei Tziyon in Brooklyn, New York. This week's Parshat YITRO. And in it, we have the Aseret HaDibrot, the 10 statements, or better known as the 10 Commandments. On one side of one of the tablets, we have the mitzvot between man and God. Ben Adam lemakom. Anochi, I am the Lord of your God. Don't take my name in vain. On the other side, the mitzvot which are between man and man. Ben Adam lechavero. Lo tignov, lo tirtzach. But there is a question. One of the mitzvot may be misplaced. What is that? The fifth mitzvah is on the side of mitzvot ben adam lemakom, and it clearly seems to be a mitzvah ben adam lechavero, a mitzvah between man and men. What mitzvah? Kabed et avicha v'et imecha. Honor your parents. That seems a little bit out of place. But in truth, maybe you could understand Kabed et avicha v'et imecha as the foundation or one of the pillars to give us the proper perspective in loving and cherishing and honoring God. Let me try to propose a scenario. A young woman becomes pregnant, and immediately after that baby is born, she gives it up for adoption. She never sees that child. She never helps that child grow. She never nourished that child. She never educated that child. 30 years later, by chance, the mother and child meet. Halakha tells us, the Torah tells us, that child has an obligation to respect her mother. How come? That mother never fed her. That mother never took care of her, never nourished her. Why the obligation to respect her? And the answer is that if we understand what life is all about, that woman gave the child the most precious of gifts, the gift of life. And for that, we should be thankful. Just the fact that life was given and a person had the opportunity to live, that should have a certain respect and honor to the person who gave it. If that works for a parent, how much more so for God Almighty? For God has given us everything. Oh, we may not know it. We may not understand it. And we may have complaints against God. God, why did you give me this disability? God, why wasn't I born smarter? Why am I not as handsome as my friends? We have many, many complaints. But know that God gave us life. And life is the most precious of all gifts. And just like that young woman has to be appreciative of her mother, who abandoned her for 30 years, because she was given life from that woman, God Almighty is much greater, gave us much more. And we have to have a tremendous honor, awe, respect, and love for God. My friends, when we have the concept of honoring one's parents, the child, no matter what age, is obligated to give love, cherish his parents. But maybe there's another side of the coin, that the parent also has an obligation to make himself or herself worthy of that honor. And that may be more difficult than the child respecting the parent, that the parent makes himself or herself worthy of that respect. It's a hard job. And the parent, when he does make himself worthy of the respect. The child will have a beautiful relationship with the parent, and he'll be able to transfer that love, that awe to God Almighty. My friends, my father has passed away now almost a year and a half ago. And I cherish his memory dearly, daily. If I could share with you a story. When I went to visit him, he was 96 years old. And there was a beautiful woman who would come to visit him almost daily, making sure he had everything he needed, that he was comfortable. And one day, I had the audacity to ask her, "Good woman, tell me, you're beautiful, you're educated, you have a family," she was a chemist, "you have a husband, and you take out precious hours from your day to come visit my father. He's not your friend. You don't know him so long. He's not your relative. Why do you do it?" And she answered me. And that answer reverberates in my heart. She said, "Some people go to synagogue and they find in the synagogue a sanctuary of peace, of harmony, of love, of blessing, of holiness. All that is good." She tells me, "I have found my sanctuary. That is your father's apartment. When I come to visit your father, that holy man, I feel at ease, I feel at peace, I feel tranquility, I feel holiness, I feel purity. Your father shines. And I'm not only coming for your father to tell him, I'm coming for myself to be able to be infused with such holiness, such purity." My friends, my father lived a life of striving for all that is good. And that memory lives with me. And may we all have such good memories. And those memories will give us a tremendous, tremendous push for eternity, for Mashiach Tzidkenu. Shabbat Shalom.